coach, just can you give us an idea of what you liked just from James Harden's performance out there and what it was like incorporating him into everything that you guys did today?
Well, he stuffed the stat sheet. Wow, almost a quadruple double. But I mean, obviously James is a brilliant basketball player, and we got to incorporate him, find a way to make this thing gel, and put him in a position to do what he does, and for him to make each of our guys better. But he, got to the line 15 times. He made threes, 12 rebounds, 14 assists, 4 steals. We know what he is. He's a world-class basketball player. So we'll continue to build and get better and try to figure this out where everyone is, a threat and we make each other better.
Michael Grady with Yes Network.
And Coach, in what ways did James exceed your expectations in a debut?
Well, I just think, he's had obviously a very strange start to the season, stop-start year. He's not in his best condition yet. So for him to do as many things as he did on the basketball floor tonight was incredible. And, it's great to get one under his belt and for him to kind of, feel his teammates in the building, and we'll just keep building. But he was, incredible for a guy who, like I said, is just trying to get himself in shape.
And the guys, around him and guys making plays, Bruce Brown, the big three late, there's going to be a lot of talk about, Kyrie, Kevin, and James, but, how important are those other guys on the roster?
Well, it can't just be, your top guy, your top 2, your top 3 guys. You got to play team basketball. Everyone's got to be a threat. Everyone's got to play their role, know their role. And so those are things we have to figure out. But, I thought I was exceptional tonight, Joe played well, Bruce played well, Jeff gave us some important veteran experience, and you go down the line and guys contributed. So it was I think a game that could have gone the other way. It took us a while to find it and to pull away, but it wasn't clean at all. It wasn't easy, but that's a tribute to their team, and but we got a lot to build on.
Brian Lewis with the New York Post.
Hey, Steve, it's obvious it's only one game, short sample size, but I mean, when James says, well, I'm going to facilitate and I'm going to pass and I'm going to make my teammates better and do all those things, it's different from saying it's actually going out and doing it. How encouraging was it for you to see the way he threaded passes, the way he rebounded, the way he did all of those things that he was saying he was going to do?
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. We've had a pretty big sample size of him doing that the last 6 to however many years he's been in the league, but it's not easy. Like we said, he's not in his best condition yet. He's joined a new group, with basically no practice time, and figured it out on the fly. So, I think, he had a bunch of turnovers tonight that are just because he's new to the team and group, and you're thrown out there in an NBA game where the other team's an excellent coach basketball team, and they're going to scheme and they're going to make it difficult, and so those types of things are normal. But all the things he did accomplish on the floor were incredible for his first evening.
Malika Andrews with ESPN.
Hey, Steve, I have 2 for you. First, when you were watching from the sidelines, could you see, oh yes, I see how Kyrie's going to fit in here, boom, it's going to be easy? Or were you looking at it saying, okay, maybe there's some things that we're going to have to grow and adjust to fit him in here too?
I think we're going to have to continually find how it all works to its best level, to the most effective and efficient standard. But, like throwing Kyrie in the mix makes us better. It's a good problem to have, trying to figure out, where they can coexist to their highest level and standard. So I think it takes time. I think it's going to be an adjustment for everyone, but it's an incredible problem to have and something that I think we'll relish trying to decipher.
And secondly, there was a moment where, Kevin kicks out to Bruce Brown. You have James Harden, all smiles. Was this I mean, where did this rank in terms of fun that you've had coaching a game this year? Because it sure looked like the players were enjoying themselves.
Yeah, I think everyone was excited. It's obviously you bring a player of James' caliber and his excitement to be here, and everyone was excited. And it's been a fun few days. I mean, as far as the performance, gosh, my head is spinning. Who did we play 3 nights ago? Three games ago at home. A very good team. Denver. We played Denver. That was a fun evening. We played in New York and had an excellent short staff game where guys moved the ball, played together, and then tonight again, found a way to win. So it's been a fun few games for us, and we needed them. We need to build. We need some positive energy because, we've had some difficult times this year as well. And but tonight was really fun, and happy to see the guys enjoying what they do.
Ian Begley with SNY.
Steve, just I guess over the last couple of days and then moving forward, how much do you lean on or will you lean on Mike D'Antoni in terms of getting to know James's game and how best to implement him?
Well, I think it's an invaluable resource. I think it'd be silly not to really lean on Mike for all of his experience with James and their familiarity and how and what James likes and how he works best. So, those are conversations that I'll have with James, but we'll all have as a group and a staff. And Mike, obviously, with his insight and his relationship with James is invaluable.
And last question will go to Mark Medina with USA Today.
Hey, Steve, good to see you.
Sure.
What if I want to point, you said pregame about how adaptable and versatile Kevin is. When you worked with him in Golden State, what were your takeaways with how he was able to apply that in that group and fit in with those personalities, and how do you see that applying here?
Yeah, I think Kevin's the most adaptable because of his versatility. He can pretty much play anywhere on the floor. He can play without the ball. He can play with the ball. He can play in the post, elbow, nail, out handling. So, you know, I think for Kevin, it's the easiest transition in that he's quite happy to move around and play different roles. So, and he also has that Golden State experience. So, you know, having to play with other great players and that ability to share for the betterment of the group. So we'll lean on Kevin for that. He's been through it, and he, you know, handled it with incredible success.
Thanks so much, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody.
James Harden, Kevin Durant combined 74 points this evening, most ever in a game as teammates. Played 3 years together in OKC, had not played together since 2012. Time to hear from Kevin Durant.
Kevin, I know you know his game well, but just your assessment of James Harden in his debut, his first game with the team, and how he looked.
Man, it was incredible. You could see him trying to figure out the best way to play early on. I felt like we all were overpassing, trying to make everybody comfortable, and then he just got into his mode of, you know, being aggressive to score, and that opened up the whole game for all of us. So, you know, glad he got his feet up under him, and he's got to keep plugging away, keep getting better each day.
Was there an increased, I know he's new, and of course you're going to do a lot of talking there, but kind of increased communication across the board with the team so that you guys are locked in at the task at hand?
Yeah, I mean, you got James, myself, Jeff, DJ out there, Joe, guys who've been in the league for a while. I think all of us, you know, on the same page and communicating what we need from each other on the defensive side of the ball, especially on offense. I think we were moving and flowing a little bit on offense, you know, based off our communication. You know, we didn't have a play coming across half and guys were talking guys through actions, and same on the defensive side of the ball. So we're only going to get better at that, and, you know, it's going to take some time.